Hello. Got some eerie music going on. Turn that down. Alright. What are we doing today? Today, I'm thinking we work on items. Because it's a big part of the prototype that I need to get finished. And I just haven't really dug too deep into that system yet. And I think it's time. I think it's time to develop some items. I was looking at Photoshop. I did reorganize a bit here. And I'm still having an issue with this, and I was about to fix it. But I didn't crack the code just yet. I don't know what exactly the issue. It looks like this is ordered by saturation? I'm not sure. That's... I'm not going to focus on that too much today. I really don't know where to start. Just got my food ready. Started stream on time. Barely. What should I open? I have everything open though. I did write down some stuff today pertaining to this item issue. Let's see. We got a couple things. No. That no. That sure. I'm whistling. So there's three main stats, right? Maybe I should open this. I don't think it's this. Definitely this one. Okay, the whistling's getting to my... Nope. Ooh, some Halo music. That might be DMCA. Sure. The music's getting to me, to be honest. I may turn this. I'll move it over. Oh. So here we have the bounty words document, meaning, fuck, what's it called in when you write like a professional paper or a, it's a document that tells you what words to use when you're writing a document about a subject. I forget what that's called, but it's basically like, it's to lead you to use these words. So whenever we meet a person, it'll be called a civilian or a target. Whenever something happens, it's an encounter or scenario, and you keep to that. You know, it's important to keep that pattern because you don't want to use words that confuse people. You want to always use the same words that mean the same things. So here we have our three stats: attack, defense, speech. Now attack could also mean power, it could also mean offense. Defense could also mean protection, averting, sneaking, agility. This one's it's a little combination of everything, so we gotta think about this one specifically. Not only body and armor defense, it's also agility, basically. Both defense and agility. It's basically kind of your heaviness. I write that too. Weight. Swait. That's a cool name. Swait. I like that name. I'll write that down. Swait. Sweaty. Weighty. Wanted. on one. Swait. White. Like white. Swait. Wait. Is there another white? And then speech is, lingo, but it is charisma, confidence. You use a person for persuasion or decepting someone, conversation check. But it's also something to convince, to extort, to coerce. Got these words here, interrogate. It's also going to impact that. So we gotta think about that. So basically what I wrote down as a basic I'm really losing words today. Maybe not roadmap, but like thing to follow. It's the same word I'm looking for as the other thing. Basically, let's say we have a gun. A gun won't give you a defense stat or an agility stat. It doesn't affect that. It will increase your offense though. So it will increase your attack stat. And it might even increase your speech stat, depending on how intimidating the object is. Because I feel like if it's an intimidating looking object, if you think it'll actually hurt you, then that changes how the person perceives you when you're speaking to them. If they see you got some really intimidating on your, even if you don't pull it out and like try to extort them or interrogate them directly, if they even see it on your hip or on your back, it could change the way they talk to you. So I think intimidating items increase speech, while I guess not intimidating items decrease speech, right? So non-intimidating item would be something that looks funny, something that looks stupid. Let's say you have a knife, but it's also a dildo. I mean, as a joke item, like it'll increase your attack stat, but maybe it'll actually decrease your speech stat because they're like, I'm not afraid of that. You can hurt them, but they're not afraid of it, so they might actually take you less seriously. So, encounters may take you more or less seriously, depending on what you have equipped. Makes sense. I'm not gonna. But we actually might. Up here. So that's something for speech, because like when I was thinking speech items, first thing that popped into my mind was a translator, right? And a translator is like, sure, if it's specifically, let's say you actually need a specific item translator, which might be a mission item actually. That might be a good idea. Translator for exotic languages is actually a hard to get mission item, which might tie in with a specific character, may tie in with a specific character / faction, right? Makes sense. Something you can do, but look, right. So this works for both, be it weapon or armor, right? So you can have a ridiculous looking armor, and they'll decrease your speech stat. Right. Also with armor, I was thinking, what was I thinking? Armor, I'm just gonna write this out for myself. Armor affects both weight, armor, or defense. Yeah. Basically, armor is all encompassing of weight, protection, and agility. So we gotta find the balance between that. I think it makes sense because if you're thinking like, what's a +1 armor? What's light armor? Right, so you would have light armor. Let's do types. Types of, I need music. Brain's going and I need music. Maybe not this music. Else do. I did not get DMCA'd on the Free album. Really like that. Something in the back to keep my mind moving. We got types of armor. Right. We're doing +1. +1 is light armor. Right. Let's say plus, and if it goes up to max, let's do +3, medium armor. +5 is heavy armor. So see now the issue here is that protection, sure, this makes sense. Even weight, sure, this makes sense. I mean, your weight's going up. So the more weight, the heavier the armor, the more protection you have. The weight and protection correlate, but agility does not. Agility does not correlate. So something's got to give. The heavier you are, okay, when will we need agility? Agility is also kind of like stealth. So protection equals weight. Protection equals weight, meaning that the heavier the item, the more it can, the denser, the more it can protect. Weight does not correlate with agility / speed, because the heavier the item, the less fast you are. Right, so that doesn't correlate. And I don't want speed to be a separate stat. So what would speed impact? Buy, sell, trade doesn't matter. Kill, capture, evade, escape? Possibly. Possibly. What would speed affect? Well, kill, capture, evade, escape. Stealth, another thing. Buy, sell, trade, no. Extort, coerce, takedown. Pretty offensive in terms of like attack. Steal, or stealth slash steal. Stealth. Takedown again. No, I should over here. Because these are buy, sell, trade, and steal is all money based. Shakedown, extort, coerce is more offense based. Convince, persuade, decept, bribe. 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 Bribe is both though. Bribe is speech and money. Convince, persuade, decept is all speech. Interrogate is both speech plus offense. One of these needs to be heavier on. Takedown. Probably extort, coerce. Convince, persuade, decept is also. Yeah. Interrogate, a little bit of both. Negotiate, probably also. I feel like this would be. So out of all of these, defense, in terms of you being protected, in terms of your speed, in terms of your agility, in terms of your stealth, the only thing that really matters is stealing. And mostly capturing. We did have a thing here. Oh god, it's somewhere. All the way up. Kill, generally your attack is greater than target's defense. Generally. Meaning, to kill someone, your offense needs to be bigger than. But to capture, generally your defense needs to be higher than their attack. Because if they shoot at you, or if they attack you within the capture, you're not killing them, you're actually like having a little scuffle. Then your defense has to be pretty high. You're trying to capture dude. I think it's the main thing here is then evade and escape. That would depend on speed. I think it makes sense. Not kill. I mean, it could also be, because I said generally. It could also include it heavier, make it more unpredictable. Let me think. So I think the best logic here is exactly what I'm saying, is offensive strategies and defensive strategies. Having high protection or high agility is both something to take an attack, to maybe not counter an attack, possibly. Possibly countering could be a thing. We'll see. I don't think it'll go that deep. But avoiding an attack. So, defensive skills allow to protect or avoid oncoming attacks. So when I say capturing someone need high defense, that means you are being protected or you are avoiding the attacks of the person you are trying to capture. Now this could play into the roleplay aspect of it, where you know what you have on, the game is not telling you what exactly happened, you come up with what happened, basically. You see what you have equipped, you say, hey, I pulled out my blaster, I have my stealth boots on that give me high defense. I feel like I should change this. Attack, protect. See, defense, it should be offense, defense. Offense, defense. Attack, protect. What's another word for protect? What's a good word for protect? Guard. Very good word. So we have defense, protect, attack, protect, guard. The guard is avoiding something is not guarding something. I want something that both, I think a defensive action, a cover, conserve, defend, and support, shield. Not shield though. Look at this. Protecting, protection, guard. And then we also have averting, sneaking, agility. Maybe not wait. Wait, speed. Very, very similar concepts. Voice, charisma, voice, language. And charisma and confidence are different than just voice. You know, I want to organize this so like it really makes sense what I'm saying. Safeguard, look after, preserve, serve, arrow, refuge, up, watch. None of these bastion. I like that. Bulwark. Oh. Bulwark. Good name.
It's just time. It goes deeper down the back of my mind. It goes back of my mind. It goes back, leaving my soul in the past. Past. The past just won't pass.
Bulwark could definitely have a faction.
Cause daylight drifts like liquid matter, puddling horizons wake. Nighttime shifts and shadows shatter, shifting into shapes. You won't last very long like modern man lifespan. I rim a plan, take a glance as my eyes can't take into account for making
I just like that chorus, or yeah, chorus part.
Break a fucking play, earthquake in your house. Spit in them when I rap like this in my mouth. Split an atom in half.
Okay, let's keep looking for it. It can make sense to me what I'm looking for. Word for both guarding and avoiding attacks. Maybe what's a antonym? Not retreat. Defense really is the word. Offense is towards, defense is back. So anything you do to save yourself is defense. There's fight or flight, basically. That's exactly what it is. It's fight or flight. Another word for fight or flight. Because that is what it is. No, maybe not fight or flight. It's guard or flight. Render. I wonder. I think defense is the only word. I wonder. I need to really think about it.
We don't even really know what we're looking at. Daylight drifts like liquid matter, puddling horizons wake. Nighttime shifts and shadows shatter, shifting into shapes.
Yeah, I think that this is the main point of this. Defensive actions allow protect or avoid. So basically the higher this stat is, the more you are able to take defensive action. The higher chance you have to be able to take defensive action. I think protect isn't a bad word, but protect to me is guard. I mean defense as well as guard, but it makes more sense when it's defensive action. Right? An attacking action and a defensive action. I don't know, I don't want to use offense. Offense is a weird word. Offense, attack, and it's attack or defend. Attack or defend. I think it makes sense. Attack or defend. I think that makes sense. I think that's that's a thing that's used. You defend it from. But defend to me, you think a guard. Really, it should a defensive action, also avoiding something. So basically, what I'm saying is, it makes sense then to have, let's say, heavy armor is +5, but also to have like stealth boots. If you have good stealth boots, these stealth boots could be made of fucking fiberglass, like the thinnest shit that won't, you know, it won't allow you to protect from a bullet or something. And I mean, this is, you know, this is a different galaxy. The properties could be different. So a thin material could protect from possibly a blaster bolt or whatever, fucking like a lightsaber thing, you know. So of course that's all like thrown out the windows, the logic of it, or the physics of it, I guess. But stealth boots, if it's like a really good stealth boot item, and some dude attacks you, then maybe you do have high defensive skills, high defensive actions, high defensive capabilities. Now, if the stealth boots look ridiculous, it could down your speech where he looks at you and he's like, this dude walking up to me with unicorn boots. But then if the unicorn boots have a sick ability to make you invisible, well then shit. Well then shit, they have high defensive capabilities. So example is, dude's got a bat, he's about to hit you. Let's say you got like a low weight, maybe dense armor, light armor. What's dense? I want to say the word heavy. Dense. What's the opposite? Dense. Heavy, impenetrable, solid. Packed. Piled. Condensed. Compact. Ooh, I like compact armor. I think compact armor. Composite. Clear, easy, soft, brain, clever, thin. The thin is good. The light, thin, dense. The medium is compact. Thin, compact, and dense armor. I like that. Weak to protection. It may be light. It may be light. It may be thin. But it won't allow you to be any faster than you are. it doesn't increase your speed or stealth in any way. I think that makes sense. It's just like a neutral thing to those aspects. But it does increase like your, like if he hits you with something, it might protect you a little bit more than nothing, basically. I think all this makes sense. It's all about defensive action slash capabilities. Allow to protect or avoid oncoming attacks. So basically what we're saying is increased, so for items that guard physical damage or allow to easily avoid attacks, increase defense. Or maybe not even physical. Like guard damage. Guard. Protect. Shield from attacks, or allow to easily avoid attacks, increase defense. I think that makes sense. And stealth is included in that. No matter how compact the armor is, if you have an item, that's why I think it should be like a general. The situations should be kind of vague. Role playing allows for giving players vague situations, allows for better role playing. Rello painting, role playing. Big situations allows if a scenario says you avoided the attack, but you have super dense armor on, it breaks the immersion because it makes less sense. Telling a player you gotta use vague wording. You can, no words that like are both is affect and protect or avoid and protect are different things altogether. Saying you got hit saying you took an attack or you avoided an attack, two different things. Vague. allow players to say to the group, my character used his stealth avoid this target's attack and captured him. Like, I don't know. I might come back to this, but I think it's it's a good basis, good foundation to think off of when making this, just because I don't want more stats. And then speech could come into this. Calming targets down, capturing them without violence. I don't know what repercussions would be. Are there repercussions for using violent methods instead of talking Kabang. I think maybe you should get a different reward, or like speech checks often give extra bonus words in the moment. So like basically the difference is killing Hamhawk will get you his pitchfork. Not killing him will not. So in that situation, you're kind of aiming to kill him. But maybe there's the opposite of a character. Let's say Fester. Let's say Fester wants to live. You capturing him, but keeping him alive, maybe he gives you something extra. He's like, thank you, dude. I'm fine with going to jail, but I just want to say thanks for not killing me. You know. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a morally gray thing. It's gonna be really dependent on the moment too. Because target encounters will be dice based. No matter, like I said, no matter how much you prep for something, in the moment you don't know how it's gonna go. Right? Usually, the target will evade. Meaning you have to keep going after them if you fail your dice roll. If you successfully do your dice roll, but instead of capturing Fester, you kill him, and you don't get that little extra bonus, maybe you shouldn't feel that bad. I'm just keep this in one ear because I think I heard. Give me a second.
Artemisia, I must leave. There's much out there that I must see. Don't be mad. I'll be back. Artemisia, we will grow. If it's apart, then we will know it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't destiny. We will make
It honestly is like the best strat so far. Because I'm not going to allow you to kill when you have them captured. You have to starve them. You have to. It's the only way to kill them. If you have them in your possession. So you could forcefully go around the system until they die. It's fucked up, but that's the way the game goes.
want to, we will make it so much better. We will make it whatever. We're alone now. Oh, oh. Artemisia, I am gone. I'll be back. It won't be long. I'll be back. I'll be back. Smoking pot displacement cause thoughts to race like lost in space with taste 10 times worse than toxic waste. Drop the bass, it might rot your face. It's over, man, over there. Looking like Medusa with the cobra hair. Stuck on the track and the night train hits your energy. Flash full flame, I emit the power from within. Cause they will stab your back like a rusty rhino. What's up, man? Don't think that I know. I know. Style is immaculate. Spit while I speak. It happens on accident. Stacking shit like each brick on my pyramid.
Basically, the end point is it doesn't matter. It really is. It's either protection, agility, speed. If you don't wait, we're in a different galaxy. Maybe. Huge deal. So let's say instead of weight, it actually, instead of making you heavier, it just protects you more. Protection does not make you heavier. It simply guards you better. With weight not slowing you down, items actually boost your neutral. Right. So things make you more aerodynamic. Armor, makes you more aerodynamic, stealthier feeling. Steadier. Aerodynamic. Speedier. Stealthier. So there's a neutral 0. And then there's boosts too. And I feel like, I mean, some armor maybe both. If it's a +2, it could be both. It could look like it's both heavier, not heavier, more denser. It protects more, and it could look a little more aerodynamic. You know, so it could be really a point of one point into protection here, and then 1 point into avoiding. But it all adds up into +2 defense. +2 defense. Yep. I like that. Okay. So let's repeat this. Intimidating items. So let's see. We have stat dependency. Dependentity. We have attack, defense, each. So a plus is something that intimidates. Plus. Minus, what's the opposite of intimidates?
I'm angry and bloody like a bitch on her period.
Okay.
Scratch your back like vinyl. Open back, revival, survival is key. It's not for the weak. It's fine though.
Minus if it's laughable. It's ridiculous. Slash ridiculous. Looking. Tough looking. Defense plus if it's plus if it's more compact slash dense. Plus if it's more aerodynamic. Plus if it's stealthier, bleaker. What would be a minus on defense? Something that actually slows you down. I think something like actually heavy. Minus is just heavy. And something could be heavy. More compact. There's both less dense and more, like, it doesn't matter what the material. Less dense or more dense. Plus on good material. Less dense or more dense. Doesn't really matter. Matter. But heavy. Like actually looks heavy as fuck is a grounds for like less deep. Yeah, that will actually slow you down. Something like something in the way looks like it'll get in the way. And see, I want to add capes. I feel like a cape would be a funny thing. Because a cape doesn't really do anything. What would a cape do? Is a cape uh is a cape plus defense minus speech, meaning helps avoid attacks but laughable? Or is it minus defense plus speech where it gets in the way but it looks but makes you look cool slash tough slash That's a funny idea. I think there could be both. I think there could be two different types of capes. Make different types of capes that fit these criteria. I think that's a really funny idea. Where maybe there is a cape that makes you actually look fucking cool, but it's like it's actually just shit. It's actually just a shit item. But there's one that like actually helps you out with situations, but like it looks dumb, makes you look dumb. I think it's a funny idea. It. I think it was really fun. Plus attack. Attack is actually like actually to hurt someone. Like that's the point of attack. Will do damage. I think that's the only criteria. Will it do damage? Will it do damage? It will do damage. It will do damage. Minus attack. That's a hard one. Do I have anything that minuses? Quickly wrote some stuff. Minus on attack. Minus on attack. What would that be? So alcohol is so makes you attack indiscriminately. Slash. Fuck, what's the word? It makes you What does alcohol do? What it intoxicates? Gives you confidence. You attack indiscriminately. Makes you I don't like overcome. Keep looking at this. So basically let's now go to this list just to look, because I did a quick outline here, just generally stuff. So we do have the light, medium, heavy is now thin, compact, dense. So T, C, D, A, C, D, baby. Thin, 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 right. Thin, compact, anyway. So here, this berserk drug is where it would up your attack, makes you attack indiscriminately, but it lowers your speed. So makes you unable to speak properly. I think alcohol too. Yes. Ups. Fuck. What does it? Alcohol do? Clouds your judgment, maybe. Maybe that would up your attack. I don't know. And here we have minus attack. Hard things to think about. What would give? I think it's easier to actually start with an item and then assign a stat to an item instead of the other way around. Because there's so many. I mean, if you look through this, if I did every iteration, that would be the max would be 555. So every combo that goes up from 100 to 555. Already, I went through all of this. And I realized we are not making 90 cards. This is stupid. I think as long as there's no doubles, fine. Everything you that you never have the same combo, you can't. There's gonna be probably ideal setups, but you want people to really have to gather what they can. So here have melee and gun. This is all kind of just weapon. Then we have armor. You know what? I'll do this. Weapon, melee. Weapon, guns, gun. Armor, combat dense, tech, tech upgrades. These are highest cost, close to high cost, and these change in cost depending on stat ability. These will be consumable, one use, equipable. They're upgrades for your ship, and then these are probably either equipable or head, chest, pants, cape. That's a good setup. I don't think it should be called clothing. What's another?
I know it's so easy. I know it's so easy if you
Arb.
try.
Ooh, fun words. I want some fun words for this. Because attack, defense, and speech is so simple. Vesture. Ooh, I'm gonna write all these. Do I already have a... We'll have it... So we have item, and we have weapon, melee, gun, armor, food, consumable item, equipped, consume, armor, food, tech, technology, tech, chip, upgrades, technology. Tech is fine. Weapon. Weapon. Armor. Clothing. Attire. Garb. Regalia. Ooh. I don't think you. Outfit. Garment. Vest. Vest. Fun. Fun word. Apparel. Apparel also. More. Bulletproof vest. There is armor. Protective covering. Shield. Guard. Mail. Plate. Protections. Armor. Because it's not always going to be armor. That's the idea. Yeah, it's not always going to be armor. If you avoid, it's your outfit. It's your outfit.
I know that it's okay.
It's the name of the company is.
I mean, these are all types of weapon. Thank you. Indeed, a nuclear bomb is a weapon, equal to a hunting knife and a nunchuck, billy club and a Adelaide? Fuck is it? Right. Oh, it's a spear thrower. I've seen these. Instead of throwing the actual spear, you goes first. Very cool. Ooh, you know what's interesting? The fuck, what are they called? The fucking Star Wars desert are called. Here's a skin raider weapon is called the Gander. The Gaffies. Gaffies is very reminiscent of the Atlatl. Interesting. Even though I know it's not used for that. Very interesting. It's a great weapon to use in the Mandalorian season 2. Indeed it is. Ooh, is that the Lego version? Yeah, very reminiscent of. I would like maybe something similar. Adel fired weapon. Ooh. Adel. Yeah, food. I don't know. That's. I think you can really go unique with the brands. Oh fuck, dude. Listen. What else you got? The guy. Okay, ammunition, no. Bomb, no. Cannon, no. Firearm, no. No. We're wrong. Banderilla. Banderilla. You find out what these words are. Asaga. Arbalest. Boomerang looking. Just have a. Just have weapon ratio. Inspiration. Weapon inspiration. Addle, addle. Do some unique. What is the arbalest? Balesti. Ooh, it's a crossbow. It's a destiny weapon. It actually looks. Destiny is a good fuck. Destiny has good weapon designs. Good unique weapons. An arbalest is like a crossbow with a ranked crossbow. Very cool weapon. That's a guy. The guy. The guy is here. Like a javelin. The banderilla. What barbed? Corn dog? Corn dog is called a banderilla? Okay, I didn't know that. Interesting. I used to eat a lot of those. A decorated barbed dart. Oh, Bandreliano. Bandreliano. Toro.
Easy. I know it's so easy if you.
Ornamented dart with barbs by Bander. That seems TOS. What the fuck? Why? What? I've never heard of it. Like, you know of. Oh fuck, right now I was about to say luchadors, dude. You know the Toro Toro boys with the red Toro Toro? I've never heard of these. What the fuck? It's like ornamented spears. I love that. As an idea. Not as a what the fuck they're doing. Gonna come back to this. Each. So weapon ideas have flash real weapon operations. And we have the Banderilla. Well, first we have the Addle Addle spear throwing stick. Looks interesting. I should really be doing it. Bander. And ornamented Banderilla darts. I should write ornament Gears? Darts? Big darts? Question mark? And I'm gonna write firework, colorful firework as a night. Like I already have that in my head, kind of like. Those fucking hooks. Fuck. Do that. Just to piss it off, like as a game? You're throwing darts at a bull as a game? Like I never knew that was a part. So weird. A matador. A matador. Look at these things. Look at them. He's bleeding. I'm saving this to show. What is packaging, dude? Holy shit. I didn't think I would stumble on something. Oh. Alright. Matador. Put these to the... Cool. Okay. More... The wrong. Cudgel, I think, is... Um, what I'm looking for? Cool. I should save these, by the way. And I like the hilts. Cool hilts. Wagon. The wagon. Did I lag, boy? Ooh, very wrong. We're wrong. We're wrong. Reminds me of the knife gun from Final Fantasy. Yeah. Gunblade. Squalls, yeah. So cool. Did it actually shoot? I actually never saw it like in action. I never played the game. Does it shoot blades or does it shoot bullets beside the blade? Ooh. It doesn't shoot it through the blade, I think. I know it shoots beside it. Cool, very cool idea. Whoever designed that. Should be eating. I should just do this. Or what the fuck's it called? In better saber. Cool. That's cool. Nipping. The dirt. Dirt. Okay. Cool, I like that. Like a short sword. It reminds me of like the Lord of the Rings. Bilbo's sword, but it's shorter than that even. Yeah. Okay. Weird. Harpoon, hatchet, howitzer. I think that's a type of gun. Howitzer. Or never mind. Never mind. Like an anti-air cannon. Addle-addle. Hand lace. Stiletto was a weapon? Ah. Like Needle from Game of Thrones. The other one, Anlay. And
This is for the warriors. This is for the warriors. This is for the warriors.
spelled wrong?
This is for the warriors.
These types of
This is for the warriors. This is for the warriors.
scuffed image. But I get the idea. With a sword, or am I looking at the...
Don't tell me to go home. Staying so
Bowie knife, but
until the sun sways out of the sky.
I mean, this isn't a bad list. It's not a bad list. Of general weapons. What's the opposite of a weapon? Oh, no, even more. Only 8 types of firearms. Weird. Engine. Okay. Owen. Save this. What was this again? Save image.
So slow, just leave me alone, no. It's easier if we don't try. Separation can hurt though. It's like the end of a circle. There's not an easy way to end it in sight. We both thought it could work though, but it just got worse, so I said it's easier if we don't try. Because I'll be back when you're gone, and I know that I'll be back when you're gone. It moves me, it moves me, it moves me away. It moves me day after day. Because I'll be back when you're gone, and I know that I'll be back when you're gone. I'll be back, I'll be back, I'll be back when you're gone.
Alright, so I did collect a couple things I saw. Just like interesting guns. I'm not a gun guy, I don't know about guns, but these just look kind of like different. You know? I don't even know if that's real. Is that a real gun or is that a Halo thing? A Halo gun. US 45? Is it real? This thing looks spacey. Is what thick? The thick pistol? Sure. We got this thing, which is just like, no. But at the same time, yeah. Yeah, I like it. What would I make? Well, I do like this. Hmm. I just need a simple idea. Anyway. Um. The full weapon I.
We both thought it could work though, but it just got worse. So I said it's easier if we don't try. Because I'll be back when you're gone, and I know that I'll be back when you're gone. It moves me, it moves me, it moves me away.
Alright.
It moves me.
Whoop. Did something. Cam froze. When did it freeze? Still alive. When did my. Whoa? Bruh. Let me do some troubleshooting here. Nice. Weird. Weird issue. Can you hear me though? Audio's good? Audio's fine. Alright. Well, that was basically our transition into the new segment, which is actually making the making the UI for the item card, which is basically the same as this, except no infamy level. Infamy level is replaced with a category bar. I guess. Everything else is the same. Color. I think generally the same. I'm just thinking about have to do edit for this. So I guess it's time. Let's turn something on to listen to. Let's do some news. We actually have Philip DeFranco that I haven't listened to today, so I'll do that. Also have some first some live stream fails clips that I could watch. I'll probably just listen to the news. So let's I do.
So some of us need to have a talk, specifically the several hundred people who
Right.
it's not, is it, I guess it's kind of news, but not really. This isn't the Philip DeFranco show from 10 years ago. I mean, the news is essentially the internet is horny. So Resident Evil Village,
Sure.
it's a game that's coming out. And a lot of people have taken, let's call it a liking to this lady, Lady Dimitrescu, with a general reaction from the internet being, I want her to sit on me. And then seemingly that was just gonna be the whole situation. But then the official Resident Evil Twitter account was like, okay, I know what we gotta do. Let them know specifically, if you include her hat and high heels, she's 2.9 meters, approximately 9'6" tall. Information that, one, apparently resulted in several hundred of you adding me and emailing me, and two, information that made YouTube's own Markiplier horny on the main. Now, I won't shame you for it, but if you keep it up, I'm gonna have to bonk you, unless you're into that. Here's the show. And the first things we're going to touch on today, we have entertainment/entertainer news, starting with TikTok. So there's this popular silhouette challenge on TikTok that has created a lot of controversy. Essentially, it's a trend where people, primarily women, are sort of kind of standing around in normal clothes and lighting, and then they strike a pose and add a filter that creates a red light around them, essentially turning their body into a black silhouette. And often, when they do the silhouette, they take off some or maybe even all of their clothes, so there's more curves to the silhouette. And the people taking part range from everyday women to celebrities like Lizzo, Tiffany Haddish, and large creators like Lauren Gray. But now you have a lot of people trying to urge others to not participate in this challenge, or at least be careful when they do so. And this because anyone that's ever dabbled with photo or editing software knows you can change the lighting and contrast of these videos. And doing so in a way here that pretty much removes or severely decreases the silhouette, meaning that people can actually see the body. In fact, right now on YouTube, there are how-tos that have thousands or even hundreds of thousands of views on how to do this. There was also a subreddit for this called Silhouette Unfiltered, but that has been banned for violating Reddit's rules against involuntary pornography. So, you know, do what you want with your body, but be careful because there's a lot of people involuntarily showing more than they expected. Which actually, kind of on that note, another piece of TikTok news, we had Chloe Bailey in the news. She's a 22-year-old singer. She took part in a challenge that I'm sure no men watching this are familiar with called the Bus It Challenge. And actually, it's another one of these challenges where you go from kind of wearing big baggy stuff to kind of, let's just say not. And when Chloe did it, it could be argued she killed it. It was done. The trend was over at that point. Why even try? I would show the video to you right now, but one, it might be against YouTube's terms of service, and two, your head might explode. I don't want your blood on my hands. But, you know, like when any grown-ass woman decides to do something with their body, in addition to the praise, in addition to the weird comments, she also got shamed. In fact, she ended up getting a number of comments criticizing her for being what they said was too sexy in her Bus It Challenge and in other videos and photos that she posted on Instagram, which is a stupid argument in my opinion. As we've already established, she's a grown-ass woman doing her own grown-ass thing. You know, following this, part of the story became that you had other women like Gabrielle Union standing up for Chloe Bailey, telling her to keep shining. But I think in general, maybe the lesson of this story is unless someone's hurting, maybe we should all try to mind our own damn business more. Like, there's so much real shit going on in the world. Are we really gonna lose our mind over a 22-year-old doing something with her body that really hurts nobody? I get that a part of the population of the planet in this country, like they feel victimized when someone just feels comfortable in their own skin and they do something that doesn't affect them in any way. Maybe, I don't know, take a moment for self-reflection and let's just move past it. And then let's talk about business/financial news because we had Robinhood back in the news, which, just a quick note, as I mentioned last Thursday, Robinhood's no longer getting sponsorships on my show. I'm moving my money. As I mentioned yesterday, I am now sponsored by Public and have an affiliate link, publicphil.com, if you want to move along with me or sign up for the first time. It's a win-win. I get paid because they know I sent you and you get some free stock. And two, I'll figure out a faster way to mention that anytime I talk about Robinhood, which based on this news, there may be multiple times in the coming weeks. A, for transparency reasons at this point, I have an anti-Robinhood bias, and B, I don't want to inadvertently support and push an app that I don't even trust with my money. But That said, Robinhood is in the news. They have at least a few rough weeks ahead of them, with one of those reasons being Vlad Tenev, co-CEO of Robinhood, is now expected to testify before the House Financial Services Committee on February 18th. With this news coming as committees in both the House and the Senate have announced investigations into Robinhood's decision last Thursday to cut off users from buying new shares of GameStop while also still allowing old shares to be sold, which notably was a move that appeared to heavily favor Wall Street hedge funds over everyday investors. And as such, both chambers of Congress will be focusing their probes on whether or not those hedge funds played a role in Robinhood's decision, though Tenev, for his part, has denied that claim, instead saying that decision was because the surge on GameStop stock resulted in an initial $3 billion bill from clearinghouses, saying that Robinhood only had $2 billion.
I just don't like how
available at that time. But that explanation has fallen short for a ton of people, given Robinhood's initial reasoning as far as why they were doing this, the god-awful communication, which is also why Robinhood is now facing dozens of lawsuits. Among those suits, you have one man alleging the Robinhood blocked retailer investors for no legitimate reason, notably adding that the app failed to provide adequate explanation about pulling a profitable stock from its platform and knowingly put their customers at a disadvantage compared to customers who used other trading apps. That man, along with many of the other people filing these suits, are asking the courts to force Robinhood to fully reinstate access to GameStop stock, as well as paying financial damages to any Robinhood users who were unable to execute GameStop stock trades. We've also seen people taking out their anger on Robinhood by rating their app 1 star in app stores. Initially, we saw Google coming to the rescue by deleting 100,000 negative reviews. However, the app's rating has been falling down again, and this time Google says that it will not be removing those reviews. But also, with all of this, I do want to say, I know that I've said it on Twitter in one way, I don't know if I've said it in a show. I do believe that there needs to be a conversation regarding influencers and the stock market, right? And I think there is a question of where is the line as far as the responsibility of someone saying, hey, I'm putting my money in this, I'm here for the ride, it's kind of fun, and the number of influencers that have their money in certain things and they're like, insert blank is going to the moon, and then once their followers and what they've helped kind of create as far as a wave has really gotten big, they just sell off, right? Because then you're just talking about a manipulative pump and dump. And then someone that's not you, often someone in a far less privileged position, is left holding that bill. Like how many people that were like, hey, put your money in GameStop when it was $450, got out before it's, it's at 100 now. Like, I'm not trying to villainize any specific people. I just think there needs to be a conversation around the responsibility, because obviously if other people are investing in the stock market, they are other grown-ass people, but our words matter, and it's just something that, especially over the last 2 weeks, that it's just gotten stuck in my head. Then, in quick news that just broke as I was uploading and we'll be talking about later, it is being reported that Jeff Bezos will be stepping down as the CEO of Amazon. And as far as what comes next, for Bezos, some reports are saying that he will be transitioning to an executive chair role, while others have said that he will be dedicating his time to defeating Superman. And then let's take a second to pay some bills and thank the fantastic sponsor of today's show, Stereo. And Stereo, if you don't know, is a new live broadcast platform that I've been trying out the past week. I actually went live with my wife Lindsay yesterday. We answered a bunch of your questions like,
hey, how do y'all settle a fight between both of y'all? Just curious.
Because of course that's what you would ask. But it was great to hear from you beautiful bastards. You sent in some good questions. We tested it at first with the text line. I also just kind of like the live nature of doing a Q&A like this, or having a back and forth and then the audience being able to chime in, because you never really know what to expect. It's a lot of fun, and if you missed yesterday's live, you want to check it out, you can listen to it right now on my profile on Stereo, link down below. And you can actually catch me live again with my dad on Wednesday and my EP Amanda on Friday. But yeah, all you gotta do is go to stereo.com/Franco, download the app, follow me there, and get those questions ready to submit for the next live chat. Then let's talk US politics, because the Biden executive orders have continued. In fact, Biden signing 3 executive orders today focused on immigration. The first, and arguably most significant one, will revoke Trump's executive order that sought to justify separating children from their parents and create a task force aimed...
These orders...
at reuniting families that have been separated, though this will likely be a tough job because, as we've talked about in the past, there is a lack of records. According to court documents, around 5,500 children have been identified as having been separated from their families under Trump, including about 600 whose parents have not yet been found. Then you have the second order that will outline a multi-step process to manage the migration of asylum seekers at the southern border and roll back what it called the most damaging policies adopted by the prior administration. Among other things, this includes addressing the underlying issues that cause migrants to seek asylum, providing a asylum seekers access to legal avenues in the United States, and taking other broad actions to restore America's asylum system by both rescinding and reviewing numerous Trump administration policies. This including reviewing the Migrant Protection Protocols program, otherwise known as Remain in Mexico, which forced asylum seekers to stay in often dangerous and unsafe places while awaiting their asylum hearings. And then you have the third order, which requires agencies to do what they call a top-to-bottom review of recent regulations, policies, and guidance that have set up barriers to our legal immigration system. Notably here, that will also include a review of Trump's public charge rule, which prevented immigrants from getting green cards if they used or were likely to use government benefits such as subsidized housing. And so, if you haven't been keeping count, with these 3 new orders under his belt, Biden will have implemented 9 executive actions just on immigration in his first 2 weeks. And while yes, these actions all fulfill campaign promises Biden made to reverse Trump's immigration agenda, you also have many activists and advocates expressing concerns that the steps that he has taken so far will not provide enough immediate action. But also at the same time, experts have said that this exemplifies the difficulties that Biden faces in unraveling the tons and tons of individual policies that Trump put into place. And those policies and roadblocks run deep. I mean, just yesterday, it was reported that a whistleblower accused the former acting Deputy Secretary of Homeland Security of actively seeking to limit Biden's immigration agenda. This by striking a series of last-minute agreements with the union for ICE. This including reportedly giving the ICE union unprecedented veto authority in many areas. And so with all that, in part, is why we saw senior Biden administration officials telling reporters that rather than focusing on just immediate changes, they want to give relevant agencies time to evaluate how to best undo all these Trump policies. And so this is something that we're going to have to keep our eyes on for a while. One, to see what the agencies find from these reviews, what's happening there, as well as what continues to happen with immigration, the number of people seeking asylum. Right, so we'll see what develops there. Also, another situation that we're seeing daily developments. You have Marjorie Taylor Greene. For example, in a statement yesterday, we saw Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell deliver a scathing condemnation of Greene. Now, notably, in his statement, McConnell never explicitly named Greene, but he did mention several absolutely insane conspiracy theories that she has openly supported and promoted, which made it clear that he was talking about her. With McConnell saying, "Loony lies and conspiracy theories are cancer for the Republican Party and our country." Somebody who suggested that perhaps no airplane hit the Pentagon on 9/11, that horrifying school shootings were pre-staged, and that the Clintons crashed JFK Jr.'s airplane is not living in reality. This has nothing to do with the challenges facing American families or the robust debates on substance that can strengthen our party. And whether you like McConnell or not, I personally do not, his remarks are significant here because they mark the first time he has weighed in on the criticisms facing Greene. Though, I would also argue it should be incredibly easy because she is a special kind of destructive crazy. Also, just a note, when we talk about McConnell doing what appears to be just sane things, understand this is not part of the Mitch McConnell image redemption tour. No, he's still Mitch McConnell. He may not be Frankenstein to Donald Trump and Marjorie Taylor Greene's Frankenstein's monster, but he is, let's say, the town sheriff who's like, I don't know what the Frankenstein's monster has been doing. Frankenstein's monster tweeted what? I'm sorry, I don't have Twitter. I have a disease that makes it so I don't see things that make what I'm trying to accomplish harder. But back on track, Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? McConnell says these things, which it's incredibly horrifying that she has supported and believed these things. Yeah, all of this is being talked about after tons of fairly recent social media posts surfaced last week showing her endorsing calls to execute Democrats and FBI agents, as well as directly posting countless bonkers conspiracy theories, including one where she claimed the California campfire was a vast Jewish conspiracy set by California politicians and PG&E using a secret space laser.
I really
in order to
don't
clear a path
give
for
a
a hot
fuck.
Thursday.
Alright, is this the end?
A move that obviously
Shit about your
isn't
fucking
Green of her
conspiracy theorist idiots. And
hey, if any other stories stood out, I'd love, of course, to know your thoughts in those comments.
I've got to be careful because if I hold this up too high, I'll take off.
food break.
Is it fat?
Oh,
No, it's not.
oh no. Oh Jesus.
That could have been an absolute disaster. I had to stop.
What's up, guys? Streamer TV, and first up in the news, we have Indie Fox. Now, yesterday she got banned for a second time on Twitch, one for streaming in the pool, and then after she got unbanned, within 24 hours she got banned again for writing on her body. Now, if you guys missed out on this topic, be sure to check out on Twitter. And she says today, "This is ridiculous. I wasn't writing names on my for donors. I never said I'd write anyone's name on my for donos. I've legit seen so many girls write like 30 names on their actual and
What a shit response. Saying it's ridiculous. Saying she didn't do it. Saying she'd never do it. Then saying she's seen other people do it. So, even if I did do it, why do no other people get banned? And then she says she did do it. I write 2 names on my clavicle. I'm pretty sure that's like the collarbone. And no, dude. No, dude. They'll look like tattoos. People are stretching. Okay. Okay.
I write 2 names on my clavicle to look like tattoos. People are stretching. Now, if you guys missed out on the band clips, you can find them on my Instagram.
GameStop and AMC. I'm not avoiding it, but I'm trying. It would be like if somebody found out that their parents were in a horrible car accident and you just kept showing them pictures of it. I don't want to do that right now.
I saw
Link is in description.
Why are you avoiding GameStop and AMC? I'm not avoiding it, but I'm trying. It would be like if somebody found out that their parents were in a horrible car accident.
Oh my god, let me. They had their peak, didn't they? Oh no, they had the peak. And then they were close here, and then I guess people didn't hold the line like they were supposed to. Ooh. Two to three recent peaks today. Wow. Oh, dun 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 dun. Alright, Dogecoin's keeping it mid right now. Had their peak and then alright.
Car accident. You just kept showing them pictures of it. I don't want to do that right now.
I saw a full gym stream with these 2 guys. This guy should never be a trainer. This guy is a horrible trainer. I can repeat that. This guy has, it seems like, if this is his knowledge, he should never be a trainer. He has no clue on how to. He has no clue how to set up a proper workout, how to teach form, Magaluf PT course, 1 month of drinking.
Yo, there no cue.
Oh, loud. Well, damn, Canute. Go in, man. Expose him. What is happening? Oh no. Oh. Jesus Christ. I don't know shit about League, but I do know this. Shows everyone was around and then this one guy went straight. He went through jungle on right side.
Yo, there no Q. Can we hit this guy at all?
He was too fast. No, they got a bone there. They went straight through middle. God damn, hopping fences.
But I don't know if I can show a girl in Can I even show this?
Let's not.
In like bikini underwear thing?
Not?
Well, test it out.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not gonna test it out.
Does anybody, can a mod let me know?
Yeah, mods, let her know.
I'll take an 8, bro. Yeah, big true. Big true.
What is this clip?
Not, wait, what? Fuck around and find out. I actually just might. Bro, how am I supposed to know? Don't you know the rules or something? What do I pay you for?
Yeah, mods. They're
I
fun.
think a bikini's fine.
Oh, she's clicking on it.
That's not gonna work.
That was, it was blurred. Blurred, boys.
That's not gonna work.
I'm guessing it's not a bikini. X's play fear pong.
Okay, I think
How the fuck are you supposed to know?
In the same day. I love that.
A James clip? Whoa, that's rare as fuck. A James clip in GTA RP? Who could have guessed?
Same day. I love that.
This is my ride along.
Hello, sir.
Is it train wrecks?
Ape Gang.
What's going on, man? Big fan.
Who's that?
Okay, you look like a
Pretty good.
fucking
This Swedish XQC. Sweden guards playing around. They're,
Throw the snowball at your friend. Yeah.
okay.
Commanding the guards in the street to have snow.
He is there somewhere. I'm willing to put in a ninja.
Yeah.
He would have
Okay.
rolled me because I couldn't have touched him. I couldn't touch ninja. That would be just unfair. That wouldn't be nice of me to do anything against ninja.
That costs $5,000. But like, they get a portion of that back, a
I saw
large
this
portion
one.
of it back, and they get to write off those gifted subs as a marketing and advertising expense.
I don't think so.
I wonder who's right.
No, I actually don't think so.
If you're a streamer,
No, this is actually incorrect, I'm pretty sure. No, I'm not wrong. Guys, you didn't expose these guys. First, okay, I'm not LLC Andy. Second, I'm pretty sure that's just incorrect. And third, at the end of the day, dude, it's still kind of cool though, dude. A lot of people can't sub, and I think it's kind of chill to give. Because it happened a bunch of times that unwarranted, out of the blue, I just get the subs. Like I get nothing out of it. It's not like I'm promoting a giveaway or I'm getting donos for it. It's just out of the blue. I just give subs. It's just like I don't know. It's just like a.
I mean, wholesome point, but and it's fine if he doesn't know. But I think it's kind of weird to say like you don't think that's the case if you don't have an LLC. Like, why would you say something's not true if you don't know? But I mean, he has a point. If he doesn't care, he just gives subs whenever. I mean, sure, he's not taking advantage of people. He's trying to save face. I see it.
I see the dip. Dude, I'm refreshing my Robinhood and my money won't refresh.
I need
man.
to listen.
Oh no.
It's just out of the blue. I just give subs. It's just like I don't know. It's just like a. I see the dip. Dude, I'm refreshing my Robinhood and my money won't refresh.
I need
man.
to listen.
Ooh, it's going down fast.
Did a nuclear bomb go off somewhere? I'm concerned.
This is opportunity.
Okay,
This is
it's now at
opportunity.
0.6. Are you guys serious?
Oh no.
What is happening?
Why is this happening?
Oh no. Oh no.
This has got to be market manipulation. This is something.
I just put $20,000 going wrong.
I heard Jake. Was that Tyler?
Be
in there?
market manipulation.
Who the fuck's in this call?
Oh no.
No, it's Miz.
Clear
That's
bomb go
Miz.
off somewhere? I'm concerned.
No, this is opportunity.
Okay,
is
it's now at
opportunity.
0.6. Are you guys
Oh no.
What is happening?
Why is this happening?
Oh no. Oh no.
This has got to be market manipulation. This is something.
Who's a Brit? I can't.
I just put $20,000 going wrong.
That's funny.
Oh, there it is. Get ready. Ooh, it's way smoother this time. Last time it was like.
Oh, I did not see this.
No!
Oh, Jesus.
There it is. Get ready. Ooh, it's way smoother this time. Last time it was like.
Why did it come in at
Smoother
that
this
angle?
time.
What the
Last time it was
fuck?
like.
That sucks. How big is that? That's pretty. That's a pretty big explosion. Yikes.
Come on.
Look at the mid tower. I see you diving.
Pushing mid.
No.
That was the slowest flash R I've ever seen in my life.
I don't know shit about League.
It's like he pressed flash and forgot he pressed it.
That had to be the noobiest.
Yo, kill this kid. I'm going. We're going.
Oh, go on. Wait, I don't have anything. I'm out of mana. I'm coming, dude. I'm trying to help you. I'll kill you. Oh my. Oh, we have nothing, man.
Caseytron, Ludwig, Moon, Minx, Mizkif, myself.
I saw this too. Whatever.
An XQC.
Zen is here.
An XQC. Looks like Bieber. He can be on top.
Damn, right beside a depth, dude. That's fucked
He
up.
can be on top of the list.
You put him before all the girls, man. Damn. So Doc, Tyler, Nick Mertrain have a chance to fight. S-Fans, big bulky boy, Greek, Muscle, Son, I don't know who the fuck that is, and Trihex. I think this is probably the realest list that any streamers.
How many streamers are partying and hanging out in groups, and I don't give a f if you're testing or not. I don't give a f. The effect of that itself is terrible.
Bro,
and
I saw.
hold on.
There's
and
a streamer.
Real quick, and I'll keep it a stack with you. Listen, there's one thing I've learned in my life, okay, especially on this Twitch site, right? Yeah. People can paint me a villain all they want, but at the end of the day, my actions speak louder than my words. Everyone else on this site, they're all words. None of their actions follow anything they preach. So I know for a fact, just off of that alone, that when everyone's like, oh, we tested, no can't even organize their fridge. You think they went to a testing clinic and got 3 tests 7 days?
You were around people. What was that about? Train, when you did the Pokemon thing, you were around people. What was that about?
That was one time I
thought that was gonna happen. Is that Trainer was gonna say a speech, and then it was gonna be like, yeah, but you did this.
did it, and I was pissed.
You're part of the problem.
Mo, that was one time in 9 months. No, Mo, you're memeing.
No, I'm not memeing at all.
You're
I'm
memeing.
Just being real.
No, you're not being real. That was one time I went somewhere.
If you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to drop a like, and if you want to keep up with the latest news and clips, be sure to subscribe and turn notifications on, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
How do I know when he's gonna perch?
Ow. Oh. Be a poison.
Saving wasted seed.
43 minutes though. Alright. Actually, I'm gonna do another
We are the universe, we are the universe. Don't forget that we are the universe, we are the universe. Don't forget that we make up a universe that's unified. Not just you inside the cosmos are infinite, infinite. Oh no, we make up a universe that's unified. You decide where you want to fit in it all. Pastel solstice above me, a new planet discovery. No, sun revolves around you only. How could you think that you're lonely? Our universe is vast, but gravity will hold you back. And overcoming obstacles is easy when you got control. Grab your ship by the wheel, steer it through that asteroid field. There's nothing big enough to stop you. Not alone, you just forgot that we make up a universe that's unified. Not just you inside the cosmos are infinite, infinite. Oh no, we make up a universe that's unified. You decide where you want to fit in it all.
I'm gonna watch Cody Ko play GeoGuessr because there's literally nothing to watch. I don't think I feel like watching.
Second channel, nice to see you. Brand new merch in the store, guys. Good stuff is what the line is, and it is some good stuff, and I really like it. So if you want some, go to kodashofficial.com, and I appreciate you.
I want to do one more thing where this is actually cut out. Yeah. Background. Ole. Then you thinking. same color. Basic. Have this background. Right? And then you would just here, for example. Like that. I should.
If you do, today, we're gonna play GeoGuessr. It's a game where you gotta get, it drops you down, Google Maps drops you down, bow! Street view. What? Where am I? And you have to guess where you are. And you can do the United States, you can do famous places, you can do the entire world, just the whole fucking globe. So I'm really bad at geography. I'm really bad at knowing where I am, just in general, all the time. I don't know where I am right now. Couldn't tell you. No idea. I know I'm in my studio. Don't know where I am in the world, though. And so this should be interesting. You should learn how actually bad I am at this. I guess we'll find it. I've been pretty much everywhere in the United States.
Alright, so yeah, and then you just do this and this up. Move the dude. Like a basic. Move back. That's that idea. Now we have this side. Items. Items is basically all of these. Not this. 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 Everything except for this symbol. Infamy. Everything else should stay. So actually, I can duplicate.
Now, I think there's only a couple states I haven't been to. That's not really a flex. I mean, I guess it's sort of a flex, yeah. Sorry, I'm just like well cultured like that. What can I say? But we did go on a couple tours and we went to almost every single state. So I think I'm gonna do the United States one first. And we'll see if we can get close on some of these. Let's do it. Start game, single player. Okay, okay. I don't like this. I don't like this place. I feel like there's horses somewhere here, you know?
I mean, it gives me Canada vibes. I can't. Western Canada.
I hate horses, dude. I feel like this is the type of place I would have. There's just gotta be stables around here somewhere. Look at these fences. Look at this. This is basically a fucking ranch. These houses are beautiful, though. What the fuck? Sort of. Oh, this is some rich ass area, dude. Look at all this land. Look at this. This is acres, or it's probably an acre. I know we're gonna see horses eventually. 2 horses just chilling in a fucking stable. This is, oh yeah, dude. This is, a horse girl definitely lives in this house. Look at this private lake thing. Oh, here we go. What is this? What is this? What is this little sign? What does that say? The Retreat of Jasmine Forests. Arlington, Kentucky. Is that right? Is that a place? It sounds like a city, right? Arlington, Kentucky? I've heard that before. I think I have. Okay,
Where's
let's see.
Arlington?
Where is Kentucky? There it is, right there. Or is Arlington in Virginia? I don't know where the fuck this place is.
Locating Arlington, Kentucky.
Enville?
Where the fuck is Arlington, Kentucky?
Cumberland? Cumberland! Like that's a real place. Come on. All right, I'm at a loss. I'm just gonna guess. I'm gonna guess right here. 300 miles away. Arlington, Tennessee. Tennessee? What? Arlington is in Tennessee? I mean, I was 300 miles away. I was 1 state over. It's not bad at all. I would say that's pretty damn good, actually. This whole region of the states is just horse girls right here. Where in the flipping fucking shit are we? Every time I play this game, I think that if I just walk down the street far enough, eventually I'll come upon a sign that just says the name of the place, which has never happened besides the last round. So, I don't know, maybe we're getting lucky today. Maybe I'll keep trying it. Let's see. I don't know. I can't figure out like what the vibe of this place even is. Like the trees are pretty lush. This could be anywhere. Tobacco and moss. It's a lot of Spanish here. So maybe... Oh, this has kind of an Arizona vibe to me. This feels like Zona, you know? The Spanish mixed with the... There's a lot of low buildings. I don't know, I feel like when I was in Scottsdale, Phoenix, I don't know, it was kind of like this. So I'm just gonna guess. I'm gonna guess Tempe. 1,200 Minneapolis?
Oh my
Are you
God,
kidding me? Oh my
battery.
God. Did that not look like Arizona? Please, there's gotta be somebody with me. That's so far away. It's not even. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. Let's play next round. Oh, this is desert. This is like New Mexico. I'm just gonna guess like right here. 149 miles. Woo! You see the time that it took me? I got 3,700 points for that one because it took me like 20 seconds. Desert, boom, boom, New Mexico. But that could have been, you know, southern Arizona. Could have been whatever. I knew it. I felt it. I had a feeling. Oh, look at this neighborhood. Look at this person's lawn. How green and lush is this shit? Wow, absolutely fantastic landscaping here, folks. I'm looking for an address or something. Wait, 718. What area code is that? 718. I'm not gonna look at my phone. I'm not gonna cheat. I'm not gonna cheat as I look for the literal city name on a sign or something. Hold on, this place right here, Goodfellas, it says world's best pizza. Voted world's best pizza. Okay, so this place has to be famous then because this has the best pizza in the fucking world is in this city. 718 area code. How have I not heard of this place? Voted world's best pizza 2007, 2009, and 2012. Really? Really? Where is this? Goodfellas Pizza? I can't even guess. I'm gonna guess somewhere in like North Carolina. Maybe Richmond. That was New York? That, really? Best pizza in the world. If it says Goodfellas, New York, I'm gonna literally shit myself. 14 best places in the world to have pizza. Goodfellas.
Holy shit. Oh, actually?
Best places in the world to have pizza. Goodfellas.
That's in Goa? Where the fuck is Goa?
What? Hold on 1 second. I'm freaking out right now. I don't understand where the connection is here, but so we just walked by. We got put down on a place, and then we walked down the street to a place called Goodfellas Pizza, which said it was the best pizza in the world. And then to confirm afterwards, to confirm this, what I thought was a bogus claim, I googled best pizza in the world, and on that list is a place called Goodfellas, but it's not in New York. Yeah. It's in Goa, India. It's in India. and it's called Goodfellas. What are the odds of that? Was the place in New York named after the Goodfellas in Goa? So they could claim they're the best pizza in the world? I don't understand. This is making me feel weird. I think we just ripped the Matrix, guys. I really do think that. I mean, I guess Goodfellas is a pretty common name. I mean, look at this. There's like 5 pizza places within 50 miles that are all named Goodfellas. So I guess it's not that crazy. I guess I'm freaking out about nothing, but I don't know. That's still kind of weird, right? Oh, I know that guy. That's Jerry. What's up, Jer? Okay, it's a place where Iron Man is. That seems to be clear. Pacific Island Inc. $20 off Iron Man tattoos. I'm just gonna get an Iron Man tattoo without actually doing one. Oh, Kona. This is Kona. This is Hawaii. Easy. Now I must find Hawaii on the map. I'm just kidding. I know exactly where it is. It's right here. I think it's on the Big Island, right? Fuck it. I'm just gonna guess right there. Guess. Boom. Look at that. 50 miles from the correct location. I mean, it just does not get more accurate than that unless I got it within 0 miles. But I did pretty fucking good, I thought. Like, aside from this travesty, this is pretty good for someone that doesn't really know geography that well, you know? Or, like, can recognize places. Just out of curiosity, let's try the world. Let's just see what this is like. Okay, well, how am I supposed to... What is this? This could be literally anywhere. This looks like Intermarsh... What is this? This could be...
What the fuck is that writing? Those look like runes. Have I seen that before?
Literally anywhere. This looks like Intermarsh...
French?
Super.
It's either in France or in Quebec.
Bienvenue dans votre Intermarché des Trinquetales. Somewhere in France. For sure, I think. Let's hope. I'm just gonna guess. I'm gonna guess...
It's in Canada, dude.
Tours. Okay, 300 miles away, but we got the country right, so I'm gonna say that's a W. W, as they say in French. Play next round. Okay, this is also somewhere in Europe for she's. Kind of feeling like this is rural Germany or something. I can tell by the yellow license plates. Ha ha ha! What language do we got on here? Seasonal outdoor services. It's in English. Okay, so then I'm gonna guess like somewhere in the UK. I'm gonna guess Manchester. Oh, 172 miles away. Where was the real place? Ireland. I was gonna guess that. I was gonna say that too. I swear to gosh. Crap. Ireland. I've been to Belfast too. I've been fucking everywhere, dude. I'm a man of the world. Globe man. That's what they call me. Okay. What? Oh, I'm seeing lush. These are palm trees, so it's somewhere humid. I have a feeling that this is Malaysia. Okay. No, that's Spanish. That's Spanish. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe, like, you know, Mallorca or something, you know, where Hilaria Baldwin is from. Mallorca. That's what I'm gonna guess. And Brazil. So stupid. So far. 4,700 miles away. Where the fuck is this? Russia? This feels like Russia. Russia, this is Russian, right? Or Ukrainian or something? I'm gonna guess Moscow. This is Russia.
Yeah.
Right? Or Ukrainian or something? I'm gonna guess Moscow. Mongolia? That...
Ooh, Mongolia.
Mongolia? Russia?
Mongolia's an interesting place.
4,700 miles away. Where the fuck is this? Russia? This feels like Russia.
Same vibe.
Russia, this is Russian, right? Or Ukrainian or something? I'm gonna guess Moscow. Mongolia? That... I'm ashamed. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm probably might have even insulted some people. I'm sorry. Oh, this is good old America, baby! Yeah! We're back in our home country, America. This could also be Canada. I just feel like this looks awfully... Look at this. Autumn. This is true autumn. You know, there's colors here. There's a lot of reds, a lot of yellows. Oh, this looks like Canada, dude. This looks like Calgary. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
You know, there's colors here. There's a lot of reds, a lot of yellows. Oh, this looks like Canada, dude. This looks like Calgary. I'm gonna say it. I'm just gonna do it. I was 33 miles away? I guessed my home city, and I was 30 miles away. I literally guessed it right, and what
Where is it?
I guess I'm just gonna do it. I was 33 miles away? I guessed my home city, and I was 30 miles away. I literally guessed it right, and what are the odds the fucking last one would be Calgary, where I'm from? You get the whole fucking globe. I'm kind of freaked out right now. I'm a little bit freaked out. Between this and the pizza thing, this is fucking with me a little bit. I swear, I'm gonna stop playing. Thanks for joining me on today's journey. Let me know if you were playing along and if you were able to guess these, and I appreciate you watching another video on the second channel, you know? The Let's Play channel. Alright, cheers folks. Co-official.com for this wonderful crew neck, and I love you. Sort of. Alright. Bye.
Got some critical content.
Hello,
So,
I'm Striker,
what
and
the fuck is this?
Is the Ultimate Gamer. I'm standing in front of
The Ultimate Gamer, dude.
here. I've selected him.
This guy's not a gamer. He's too cool.
Surprise him. He's gonna have the Adam Striker. Yes, sir. I'm
Striker.
Popped collar on a polo shirt. He's a fucking machine of pussy.
What's cleared? The Ultimate Gamer for Tony Hawk's Underground. Oh my god.
Yeah! Does he still hold the title?
Godfather of skating. Come on now, you know that.
What's he gonna do? Just beat him to death with a baseball bat now?
And have you ever, class gamers cannot live like this. You know what I mean? What do you mean? What I mean is this. I got this.
The acting is great.
Yeah.
What do you mean, Striker? Oh, my television set. Oh no! What are you doing?
Holy. We're looking. What's up, Sonya?
Hey, Sonya.
I'm Striker. Nice to see you and meet you. What's going
Pay
on?
or pad
She
pimpin'
is the ultimate
teen.
designer. Gonna do it up. You don't like my place?
This is
Not
cool.
really. This man right here, he's in charge of AV. You know what AV stands for?
I don't know. Of course.
Accelerated vagina.
You know what he just said?
Yeah. What are you driving? What's your whip, Striker? Probably just rollerblades. That's how he gets around. Just gives him a piggyback ride.
Guys, what up? Oh my God.
So how did they choose this guy as the ultimate gamer? They just assumed?
Yeah.
He plays games. Sure. Oh yeah. Is he still a custom or a skater in the game? Can I play as Adam right now? Or do I need to use some kind of game genie?
Adam, get in here.
Whoa!
virtual Adam.
Whoa! It looks just like him!
It is you.
Holy
You
shit!
guys have no idea. I am in.
Which one's the real Adam? I can't tell anymore.
Next, we see him sitting there. Come with me.
Oh god.
Adam, this is for you.
Yeah.
Right here.
And now put the diaper on Tony Hawk.
Oh my god, dude! Tony Hawk! Yes, oh my god, dude!
He just wipes out and like breaks his neck.
What's up?
Hey, what's up, Adam? Fucking dies.
How are you? All the way to the bottom.
Adam, still alive, huh? No! Let's beat him up. Yeah, bully him. Fucking gamer.
Playing with all of these.
Crank it. All right, you guys.
That's just what a gamer would say. Crank the box.
I paid for it myself.
Wait, the Ultimate Gamer Advent Rising. That was one of my favorite games ever made. This game, it was made by Donald Mustard, whom, if you're a Fortnite fan, you know, he's the guy that always goes up on stage, hands in his pockets like a real smooth operator. Like, after just finishing a threesome, he graces Jeff Keighley's award. Donald Mustard made this game with, what was the company? Mojo? I think it was Mojo. Advent Rising was supposed to be a trilogy to be like the most cinematic masterpiece for the Xbox. And they only ever released one game because it flopped so fucking hard. And I still have the original disc in the case. They ran a scam where one lucky person who bought the game would win $1 million. But they couldn't afford to pay it out. And then the company folded. So they never got to finish it, but Advent Rising is a great fucking game.
What is...
Yeah, there it is. Majesco, not Mojo. It was such a fucking shit show, but I absolutely loved the game. But on every copy that sold the game, it had the, like, you could win $1 million thing.
Back and find out what happens today.
I can't believe this show didn't do well. I wonder what Striker's doing these days besides ketamine.
Please pick me to be the ultimate gamer for Advent Rising. Please. All right,
Let's not pretend like you're fucking playing Advent Rising all day. It's like a 6-hour campaign with no replayability. Furniture repair specialist, Matt.
Matt, this is Rich.
What's up, buddy? Yeah, it's so extreme! This is where the $1 million went? Yeah, to pay for this episode. This is 100% where Donald Mustard spent the entire $1 million that he was trying to give away. Absolutely. We need to promote on Spike TV's Ultimate Gamer. And we need explosions and titties. Rich, come on! Fight back! Don't let Striker manhandle you, this isn't high school. Whoa! Annalisa!
Hi, Ultimate Gamer. How are you today?
Okay, dude.
I love gamers. Do you shower? No? Okay.
I was just wondering, like, maybe because there's already transparency in these cards, maybe we should add more transparency. Like the window itself. Possibly. It's interesting.
Rich! Nice work!
Oh, did I hurt you? Good.
Good job, you guys. That was awesome.
That was good, we're all hard now. Full penetrative scene now.
What's up, Donald?
Hey!
You guys, lead
Oh,
game designer. He's
Donald
the
Mustard!
player of this game on the planet.
Donald Mustard! Yeah!
Actually see
Fortnite!
What you're about to see. Alright, so this is a little bit into the game. You
Can't
just
believe you went
crash
from
land on
fucking
the home
this to
planet of
Fortnite.
Edmea. And
Advent Rising had nothing in common with Halo other than aliens. Advent Rising is a truly wow.
Out of here and get ready to rock. Woo!
That guy looks like he came right out of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Take this weapon.
It's a real loaded weapon.
Gotcha. 2 guns.
Shoot me in the face.
2 guns, you can go to
Right
the
now,
right
Rich.
there, and you're gonna to come out of there.
Yeah, your mission is just to assassinate Donald Mustard.
Barrel number 2. There you go. There you go. Come on. Unlock her. Got you. Got her. There you go. You got her. You got her.
Good save. You did it, Rich. You did it.
Wow.
Is she bleeding?
Wonderful job. You feel good?
Yeah.
Did the man rescue you?
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Shit, those short shorts did what the
Was her
fuck?
back cut? Or was that like his watch? Is this blood or like a strand of hair? Looks like a gash in her shoulder. What did they put her on? Like a rusty pipe for tetanus?
Wow.
Up next, Rich freaks out when he sees his pimped out gaming pad.
Yeah, I hate it. Ooh, who's this? Advent what? What does this have to do with Advent Rising? You've clearly never played the game. Do you know how many hot babes you're saving in Advent Rising?
All right.
Too many to count.
Crazy database.
That game gave me my first boner. Rock and roll, tattoos, titties, drugs, and nurse practitioners. These were the ingredients chosen to create the perfect douchebag. But Professor Utonium accidentally added a special ingredient into the concoction, a federal investigation. Thus, Jeff Young was born. Today, I'm going to talk to you and show you about the craziest rabbit hole I've read in the last couple months. This is the Rock Doc rabbit hole. So let's spread apart these ass cheeks and get into the meat here. Jeff Young is a nurse practitioner who had his own practice and tried to start his own reality TV show called The Rock Doc, and he filmed the pilot episode and posted it on YouTube, which is where I found this entire can of worms and opened Pandora's box. Now, Jeff Young isn't your ordinary doctor, mainly because he's not a doctor, he's a nurse practitioner, but chooses to call himself a doctor anyway, which I'm not sure you're even allowed to do, but I want to make it clear I have nothing but respect for nurse practitioners myself. It's just this guy is quite the narcissistic asshole. Now, Jeff Young, what he believes makes him special is the fact that he listens to rock and roll music, baby, and he's covered in tattoos. He's got a goatee.
Come on, Necro.
He's a fucking biker badass. He's got a nice Harley Davidson. He's not afraid to hop on and fart the shit out of the engine there and drive that around Tennessee. And he wanted to create a reality TV show to show everyone how unique and special he is. But shockingly, it didn't turn out all that interesting. The pilot's about as much fun to watch as a colonoscopy, which is stunning considering the concept is so fascinating. He is a nurse practitioner who likes rock and roll and has tattoos. Like, that's fucking impossible. I didn't even know the world would allow such a thing. Science said it couldn't be done. It's like a unicorn. And yet, Jeff Young is real. But what's also real is the fact that he's in the center of a massive opioid bust where they were investigating the overprescription of opioids, where he was allegedly overprescribing them, as well as other heinous accusations against him, such as exchanging drugs for sexual favors from his patients. It was a lot of terrible shit, but keep in mind, it's all allegations. I don't believe any of it's proven at the moment. But yeah, the whole Atlantic article is longer than like a Harry Potter book, and there was just so much shit in it. It was fucking wild. It's been a crazy afternoon spent just reading about the Rock Doc, but let me just go ahead and show you some clips from his pilot show, The Rock Doc.
Yeah, I mean, we're here for
And it's okay. Easy. Makes sense.
For you if you're sick and you're acutely ill, but I'd rather see you when you're healthy to keep you healthy and to keep you well.
When I first saw this, I thought it was a joke and satire. I actually thought it was Justin Roiland playing a character pretending to be a doctor, but it's much worse than that. It's unfortunately a narcissistic nurse practitioner pretending to be a doctor, and a very real practice. Reality TV shows are always shitty, but this one I think would have been a new level of bad had it actually been picked up by some delusional executive at a network. This show is like, it looks like Guy Fieri, instead of going to Flavortown, opened up a clinic and then created a really boring show about it. So I'll keep showing you some clips here, but you're gonna notice a theme where nothing interesting is going on.
He's like a brother, father, Uncle Jeff.
Uncle Jeff.
Uncle Jeff.
That'll be Uncle Jeff. I don't know.
Mr. Dr. Jeff.
Or Mr. Dr. Jeff. That's what I call him.
Talk to me, brother.
This is the only interview with the staff in the pilot episode here where they just call him Uncle Dr. Jeff, which sounds like a Cartoon Network show with like Uncle Grandpa or some shit. There's not a whole lot of footage of him in the practice or anything like that. He interacts with a couple of patients and gives a few shots, but that's really about it. He does seem to really enjoy giving shots. I've noticed, like, most of the pictures and video clips I've seen is with him giving a shot to a patient. Not that that's necessarily like a bad thing or anything, but I feel like he's like, oh, on camera, I need to be like real doctory. I'm surprised he wasn't taking like a stethoscope and putting it on their butthole or something. But yeah, there's not a whole lot of time spent in there. I think what he wanted to focus on is his wacky, crazy side, the party hard, chug a beer with my asshole, not your ordinary nurse practitioner wild side.
I'm very passionate about what I do. I'm very good at what I do. I work hard, but I play harder.
If there's any women watching this, I know you probably had to change your panties twice or even 3 times by now after seeing him on this motorcycle so many times. I mean, it's just so fucking cool. Making panties so sodden just by riding around on that badass machine.
Is he legit? What is he? And they're like, oh yeah, he's just a doctor in town. He's like the rock doc, they call him. And I was like, oh, that's cool. It's like, so he's straight. Like, he's not some gay, weird dude that's gonna like rape me or something.
This clip isn't from the pilot episode. This is from another video on the Rock Doc channel. What? I don't know what the fuck this was about. Dude's just sitting here looking like Charlie Chaplin's meth addict brother with ultimate paranoia. I don't know what doctor he's seen in his life where he feels like he's at risk of being raped when he visits the doctor, and I have no idea what it has to do with being gay. So I'm guessing he's just a homophobe or something and he couldn't help but get it out here on camera. I don't know. This was the most confusing part of the whole Rock Doc rabbit hole. This enigma of a person here.
I love my kids. It's one of those things where
Fucking stock music, dude.
You can tell he really wanted to get some tears out for the camera here, but just wasn't really able to do it. I don't think he's a classically trained actor, so, you know, he's trying his best, and, you know, you can't fault him for really going for it there, trying to sell the performance, but he just wasn't really able to get his eyes wet enough to really get the emotion
This is an
behind
extremely
it. But he tried.
rough
He definitely did try.
Rekindle our
drawing.
thirst for music and start making music again. But we're going to do a little different this time. We're going to go with sort of a rap theme instead of the old classic rock and roll theme. So I'm looking forward to getting into that studio and cutting a few tracks, and we'll see how it goes.
This is by far the most thrilling segment of the Rock Doc pilot episode, where he talks about his musical career with his friend. They've betrayed the rock and roll genre, just given 2 big middle fingers and said, fuck you, we're so heavy metal that we're not even gonna make rock, we're gonna make rap. And so they did, and it sounded incredible, as you could hear there. That was nothing but a fucking banger. They are just cooking up the hits over there, slapping. So, you know, we get a little segment about them trying to become SoundCloud rappers, and I gotta tell you, they're making some fine creations.
Yeah, a lot of the content of the lyrics comes from Jeff's haters. The rumors that they spread about him, just the way they talk about him. So we've decided to create songs about each of these rumors that have been put out there about Jeff.
Take them to dinner, you don't take them to lunch, you don't make them feel special or spend very much. You bitch in the day and you bitch in the night. Make them ripe and ready, they about to take flight.
We got haters. And
I bet the haters feel pretty fucking silly now after
actually
hearing
physical
that
cringe,
fire.
bro. What the
I
fuck?
bet they feel real fucking dumb for having ever doubted Jeff's musical abilities. He just sat there and fucking spit bar after bar, and then with that beautiful chorus that sounded like something out of an old Christian gospel played through a walkie-talkie, I think that's a top 40 chart right there. Easy. That's going right to the fucking top. Jeff was just a natural right there. He just had such a mean flow. You don't take them to dinner. You don't take them to lunch. You don't make them feel special. You don't
Weird
spend
Al
very
fucking-
much. It's like a Schoolhouse Rock flow, baby.
Weird
Like
Al
he's a
flow.
pioneer, innovating in the rap game.
Yeah,
It is.
Yeah. That means there's an album number 2. Did I do that right?
I think you're supposed to like.
I don't know. Help me out here.
I
You do it. I don't know. Album number 2.
How do you do it, gang? So
I don't know.
really
Screw it. I don't want to offend anybody. Yeah, actually, I want to offend everybody.
Actually, we do.
And that right there marks the end of the Rock Doc pilot episode. For what could have been one of the worst reality TV shows ever, now only lives on in YouTube videos. As you can probably see, it wasn't the best, but there was clear potential there, especially with the rap side quest, the rap arc there. There was a lot to explore, a lot of potential there, but yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about this and show some of it because I spent so long reading about this guy and this series that he tried to start. It was quite the fucking crazy ride, to be honest. So, yeah, that's really about it. So, yeah.
Okay. Really at a loss for content right Mass Effect news.
The year is 2007, okay? And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, there's gotta be something more to offer in life. So I've decided to time travel. Today, I go to the year 2021. So, wish me luck, and I can't wait to tell you about all the floating cars. Here we go! Ooh, oh man, time travel gets you a little stiff, but here we are, 2021. This looks the same. Hey, who's that? Excuse me, sir? Oh, hey, what's going on? Yeah, hi, I'm from the year 2007. Are you me? Yeah, I'm you, I guess. Yeah, that'd be right. I haven't done much of my life. And guess what? I have an underactive thyroid. Yeah. Okay, well, that's encouraging. Anyway, why are you still here? I mean, you know, there's gotta be total advancements in society, right? Food, medicine, all taken by one mere capsule. No worries whatsoever, right? Yeah, well, we pretty much just stay inside all the time now. Oh, you're inside all the time because the games are so good. What games are coming out in 2021, man? I mean, right now, we're waiting for Mass Effect, this brand new IP coming from BioWare, and they just gave us KOTOR. It's amazing, man. So I can't wait to see what they do. But what's coming out this year? Games. Okay, now we're talking. Now you got my attention. Mass Effect is probably my most anticipated game of this year.
What?
Yeah. We're getting another Resident Evil game.
That's still around?
It's still around. It's crazy. Oh, and there's Halo. Halo's coming out this year.
Halo. Nah, I'm going back, bro. I'm going back.
Salutations, everybody. It is Matty here today, and today is the big day, finally. Mass Effect information, and there's plenty to go over. Today, we have what's called an info blowout. That means lots, and I mean lots of information in one video today, compiled from a ton of sources. I'll have them all linked in the description down below, but this video is about to be a fat one, and I cannot wait because we have a lot to sink our teeth into, from a new trailer, release date, screenshots, details on the game, practically Mass Effect 1 being remade, so on and so forth, that I am out of breath at this point in time. This is so exciting. Y'all know how much I love Mass Effect. We just made a video yesterday saying that, hey, something new's on the horizon, and it may be this week. Turns out it was just the following day, so we have a lot of previews to go over. Expect a lot more Mass Effect Legendary Edition content. If you like RPGs, and especially if you like Mass Effect, I want to keep you around, alright? Hit the subscribe button. Also, it worked again. Like button helps a lot. Anyway, let's get this information blowout started. Mass Effect Legendary Edition is arriving May 14th. Why is it so far? What were they thinking? I mean, I get it. They gotta get the game out when it's ready. I'd rather it not be broken. BioWare's already kind of screwed up the Mass Effect franchise enough when we look at Andromeda. So I get it, but at the end of the day, I really was hoping that those February and at least March rumors would be true. I thought March was a guarantee, but it makes sense as we dive deeper into this video why it's taking a bit longer, but now I have to stave off.
So basically, I made the card backs last time. I wanted to. Get at least some item cards. Item, wanted. And then with these, we could do this next. I'm gonna put those into TS, see how they look. This any fuck. I should finish this first.
This undying desire to play Mass Effect for multiple months, and it has to land in a month that is going to be incredibly busy for me, right? We've got Resident Evil, there's Biomutant, there's Deathloop, and guess what? Here's 3 of the best RPGs ever, all in one package, with a ton of new upgrades.
I don't think there should be a difference between melee and gun stuff in terms of like. I was thinking maybe make guns more intimidating, so maybe speech would go up mostly usually. I feel like it should just be similar. Kind of like a 1-2-1-2. 1 is a knife, 2 is a pistol, 3 is a bat, 4, you know. Or maybe there should be some differences like -1s. I mean, if we look at these two, this being a 15k thing with only 6 stat, like this should be a 6. But maybe it should have an effect. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just a 6 you get off a dude. And then this should be a 1. Should be. I would make attack go. I would make something less offensive, less power. Other item effects. thinking physical power. That doesn't make sense for a I don't know. I'm kind of done today. I'm gonna just MTT done with today.
Great that you're gonna want to play. Being a gamer is so hard. Anyway, this announcement came coupled with a brand new trailer called the Mass Effect Legendary Edition official reveal trailer. It is in 4K. YouTube's doing it dirty, so keep in mind that YouTube compresses a lot of its videos, so what you're seeing here is not going to be really representative of what's on screen. That applies for pretty much any bit of gameplay you've ever seen in your entire life, but it looks sharp. I remember a quick little story here, laying in bed watching this, geeking out and thinking, on my phone this doesn't look great. When I went to my computer, watched it in full 4K, big difference. So make sure you're watching on the proper screens, because I gotta say, some of the updated textures, especially in Mass Effect 1, oh my god. I've been doing a lot of chef's kiss lately on the channel, and because everything's just, there's just so much good stuff. It's great. I'm loving gaming right now. It's great. With that trailer and with a lot of the previews have come some great screenshots to show some of the upgrades, some good. One of them in particular, I and many other Mass Effect 1 fans are not pretty happy with. But let's focus on the good first. I think the best change we're seeing is, of course, in Mass Effect 1. This is the game that is receiving the biggest overhaul of them all, from systems to UI to controls to visuals. It is the most dated, so they've pretty much unearthed this game and really transformed it, so much so that I think I can confidently say a lot of people are going to walk out of Legendary Edition maybe saying that Mass Effect 1 is their new favorite, because a lot of things holding it back were the mechanics, the gameplay, the controls, the camera. Oh my god, don't get me started on that. When you go to aim in and you get like a shot of Shepard's right ear, you're like, oh, okay. A little further back than that. So that type of stuff being fixed up with still that phenomenal story and great role-playing mechanics, oh my gosh, people are in for a treat if this is your first time playing that series. But anyway, as you can see on screen here, let's take a look at an original shot. And this one versus what's happening here in the Legendary Edition, night and day, from textures to lighting. You see some of the HUD on the bottom left corner has been removed from the Mass Effect 1, such as the health bars for Garrus, Shepard, and Rex. I mean, overall, this looks way, way better. But there was a trade-off, and that trade-off happened nowhere else other than Eden Prime, the opening level for Mass Effect 1, one of the most memorable moments in the entire franchise itself. And so as you can see on screen here, a lot of the red hue, the red sky, the atmosphere that was built in the original is gone now in Legendary Edition. This kind of happens when artists who did not work on maybe the original project are handed another bunch of tools and things to apply to this game here, and they don't have that original vision intact, or maybe they weren't a part of the discussion on why there is really a red sky at Eden Prime. I just felt that built the moment so much. You knew, just visually speaking, artistically, that something was wrong here and something was building up. There was tension, there was atmosphere. But what's happening now is the community is clashing ever so slightly, because when you go to the Mass Effect wiki, the description of Eden Prime, it's a lot more represented in the updated screenshots from Mass Effect Legendary Edition. However, you lose some of that mood, and a lot of people have said lore-wise you can't really explain the red sky, but I feel like with the Reapers coming, setting that presence, setting that mood, the atmosphere that's there, and also it's some cataclysmic event happening here on Eden Prime. I feel like we can just forego the lore ever so slightly for the red sky. Is it the end of the world? No, but I get the idea of lore impacting this and it technically being more accurate, especially when we see it in Mass Effect 3, but it's still one of those things where usually I'm okay if you let it slide a little bit to make that scene or that mood better. So I gotta say, this is one of those moments here where I'm not happy with it, but across the board, when you look at some of the new character models, when you look at the upgraded textures, this game through and through from Mass Effect 1 to Mass Effect 3 looks really, really good. I really only have one complaint. It is Eden Prime. Outside of that, everything I've seen has looked fantastic. So on a visual front, Mass Effect Legendary Edition's looking good. Now maybe you're new here, maybe you're just getting on the Mass Effect bandwagon. We've been here for over a year now, so allow me to welcome you once more. What is coming with Mass Effect Legendary Edition, you may be asking? Well, I've compiled sources from Eurogamer, Game Informer, GameSpot, I mean, all over the internet, all into this one video. So let's take a look first at Game Informer, who writes that the above trailer is exciting, but what does Legendary Edition come with? I'm glad you asked. Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 are of course bundled in here. Over 40 DLC, which we will be specifying which of those DLC are and are not inside this game. It's remastered for 4K, enhanced visuals concerning models, lighting, shaders, and special effects, as we've already seen. There's gameplay and quality of life improvements, which we will get into details on, and there's also all of these games available under a single launcher. So that's great for PC players. You're not going to get loaded up in your library with Mass Effect 1 Legendary Edition, 2 Legendary, 3 Legendary. It's just all under one Legendary Edition, then you start up from assumingly that menu. So that's great news there, but let's get into the nitty gritty. What about those DLCs? So if you're familiar with pretty much all of the DLC content from the Mass Effect franchise, all of it is here, from new storylines to new locations to explore, weapon packs, armor packs. They even brought the Blood Dragon armor back. For those who don't know, this was like a promotional Dragon Age Origins armor that is so dope. Like, there's only one way to describe it, man. I remember Dragon Age Origins just knocking me off my feet, and then I went over to Mass Effect. You find that armor there. So this DLC includes stuff like new companions, like I said, new storylines. They even have Mass Effect 3 Extended Cut, which pretty much confirms they're not going to be doing anything with the ending. But what's missing, BioWare explains, is the Pinnacle Station DLC, which BioWare says was heartbreaking. They said the team tried to contact everyone and anyone that had any connection to this DLC. When BioWare and EA contact Demiurge, who was originally responsible for this DLC, hope surged only to come crashing down once more when the backups for the code sent over contained almost all corrupted data. Even vital links were missing. Walters added that in order for Pinnacle to see a revival, it would have had to been an entire remake from the ground up and entirely from scratch. It would basically take us another full 6 months to do just this with most of the team we've got, he told us. I wish we could do it, honestly, just because it meant to be everything that the team ever created, brought together again, all the single player content, and so leaving it all on the cutting room floor, it was heartbreaking. So I totally get why this is the case. It sounds like a very out of their hands thing, and honestly, as much as I wanted everything there, I wouldn't have wanted to wait another, as they're reporting, half a year to get just one extra piece of content. I think we can all live without it. And so this is not something that you're really going to be drastically missing out on. All of the major DLC, all of the major storylines, all of the really good ones are here. And that's important. So I understand this one omission, but still want to make sure people were aware of it. Gameplay changes
I just realized opacity, it's either nothing or there isn't a... Either all or nothing. Even though it's on red, well, let's check that.
To be the main highlight here today, though, we've got a lot to still go through. So this one comes from Eurogamer. Gameplay changes to Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3 sound relatively minimal, though there's a whole list of differences to remove friction, they call it, from Mass Effect 1. Aim Assist adds adhesion to keep you locked onto enemies, while a zoom snap will flick your focus onto a target while aiming. Each Mass Effect 1 gun has been balanced and given an individual feel to those found in later games. The Mako has been given a speed boost in updated physics, while the game's hidden loading screens and lifts have been drastically cut down in length. Comparison footage of a ride up the Citadel's Presidium level lasts just 14 seconds in the Legendary Edition, down from 52 seconds in the original. A list of other Mass Effect 1 improvements mentions enemy and squad AI changes, the removal of class-based weapon restrictions, though only some allow for training to higher levels, and XP rebalance so you can hit the game's cap without New Game Plus, more consistent autosave points, boss encounter improvements, reduced cooldown for first aid, a reduction in mini games, and a modernized HUD. The retooling of guns is huge, especially the rebalancing of XP. Like I said, when I went back and played it, some of these things felt very old. So I have to say, this makes me so happy. They're changing so many of the right things here. It's on a technical level. They're not changing actual content. And I get that idea of friction, right? Because I feel like 2 and 3 play very well. But 1 was very old feeling. So to update that and make it feel great, I wonder if it's going to start to turn into a swing. Right now, 1 is going to feel better than even 3 maybe. I mean, that may sound a little far-fetched, but they really just dug this thing up and changed so much. I think a lot of people are going to be very pleased with the physics updated and speed boost for the Mako. This is something that a lot of people in the comments of yesterday's video were writing about. And I totally get that, because there's nothing worse than bad vehicle controls, especially when it's really important to the entire core of the game. But let's talk about the real hype here. The real hype here is the loading screens being cut down, right? How long do you think, if you added up all that time in your life you spent staring at that elevator, after all those Mass Effect playthroughs, all that time spent, how long do you truly think that was? You know, we've lost a lot of our life to that load screen, and now, no more. A new generation will embrace 14-second elevators, and it's going to be beautiful. This comes from PC Gamer. The game's UI and various interfaces have been overhauled, and combat and exploration brought in line with the sequel's improvements. Better aiming, squad controls, team AI, and camera positioning. On the last point, for example, you'd commonly take cover in the game and get a brief view of the interior of Shepard's skull. No more. That is just like, yes, thank you God so much. Oh my God. Okay. I cannot emphasize enough. If you don't believe me, just go play. Go play for like 5 minutes. You really don't have to get deep in the game to see it. The aiming in Mass Effect 1 is horrendous. Anyone who defends it, I don't think they've ever played a third-person shooter before. It is horrendous. So to see that being upgraded, even if it's not amazing, even if it doesn't feel like something along the lines of the Division 2 or later Mass Effect games, that's fine. Just anything better than what is already there is good news for everyone. And I hope that you don't really have to experience it, because it's sloppy, it's floaty. The article perfectly describes it, right? I said the ear, but yeah, the skull. Like, you just get a very close-up view of the side of Shepard's head. It's very intrusive. Back to the visuals, differences across the whole trilogy include remastered character models, an expanded universal character creator, and the option to use Mass Effect 3's default female Shepard model throughout. There are noticeable improvements to Shepard's range of skin tones, hairstyles, and makeup options for a more diverse range of possibilities. Overall, BioWare says there are tens of thousands of updated textures, shaders, visual effects, and lighting changes. Now, the character creator is a bigger deal than I think a lot of people are giving it credit for. The reason for this is because you can import saves, so that character you build in 1 can go into 2, into 3, and now that's all in one package. So having the character creation options from 3 be in 1 and having that Fem Shep option in 1 is awesome, man. Especially now, because we can take the default Fem Shep from the cover art and just boom, pop her right over. But BioWare mentioned like tens of thousands of updated shaders, textures, and so on and so forth, and I don't think that's hyperbole. We'll get into why on a technical level that's the case, so just stick with me here. Let's continue to research. A little bit of history here. Work on the Legendary Edition began in early 2019 when a small team within BioWare finally got the green light. There's been tentative talks within the studio for half a decade to get a trilogy remaster off the ground, some of which got further than others, but it was the return of studio boss Casey Hudson, a Mass Effect veteran, who finally pushed the project into being. Where to start with such an enormous project, BioWare quickly decided against creating new content or adding anything back in previously left on the cutting room floor in order to preserve the experience people remember. So that means no Mass Effect 3 ending changes for those who bought into some of my speculation. The studio also discussed with Epic Games the possibility of moving the entire trilogy onto Unreal Engine 4, though discarded the idea after realizing many of the game's systems would no longer be compatible. Casey Hudson's actually no longer with BioWare nowadays. He left alongside Mark Dara just a number of months ago. We had talked about that here on the channel, but it's good that he's one of the ones responsible for really putting this out into the universe. So thank you, Casey, for pushing for all of us Mass Effect fans. We do appreciate it. But yeah, just I thought this history was a little interesting, how much they really do have to push for a franchise that's truly proven itself. It's relevant. It's something people are excited about. It would sell like hotcakes, and they really still had to fight for it. Also, the idea of it being put on Unreal Engine 4 is quite interesting. I thought that would have been neat to see, but I think obviously to retain things and not turn it into a whole remake, they probably just wanted to do what made the most sense and didn't remove things that tons of people would like. Hey, all right, everybody, this is the hard part. This is the part where I need to have a drink of freaking water. Gotta talk about Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. This is bullshit. bullshit, man. When asked about Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, here's what BioWare had to say. We looked at what it would take to do that. Mac Walters, project director, said, what we do with crossplay, what we do with people playing multiplayer now, how do we honor that, bring them in, bridge that gap, and of course, these aren't insurmountable challenges, but when you looked at the amount of effort it was going to take to do that, it would easily commensurate, if not greater than, an example of uplifting all of Mass Effect 1. And I think our project really was the single-player experience. At some point, we just had to draw the line. There was a lot of, I love Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. Like I say, people are still playing to this day, but ultimately, I think the product, the overall Mass Effect Legendary Edition, is a better representation of the original trilogy because we're able to focus on those single-player elements. Whatever, dude, okay? Whatever. I don't want to hear it anymore. I'm done. I'm done. I don't care. I don't care. Let's just friggin' move on. Too much effort. Okay. So, how did BioWare actually manage to upgrade all of the visuals in this game? Like I mentioned earlier, tens of thousands of texture shaders. Kind of sounds like an exaggeration. Well, they used AI to do it, which makes a lot more sense than just a couple of people in a room doing it. So, here's an article from VentureBeat. We knew we wanted to increase the resolution on all the textures across the trilogy, environment and character director Kevin Meek said during a roundtable with press. So that means that all the visual effects, the user interface, the environment art, the character art, every single texture we hit right away with two main changes. First, we increased the cap the engines placed on the texture sizes, and secondly, we ran all the original uncompressed source art through an AI upres program along with some other custom batch tools. Not bad, technology's going places. We've talked about on the Ham Radio podcast as well as Defining Duke, AI upscaling happening in graphics, so we're starting to see a lot of that now, and I imagine there's other developers who are going to update their previous projects through similar methods because it probably saves a lot of time. Now, for all of you out there who want to talk about the Nintendo Switch, which was previously leaked to be happening, but just not right away, here's what Mac Walters had to say on that. They're not ruling out the Nintendo Switch down the road, perhaps when there's more powerful hardware, suggests Eurogamer, but the remaster project had got off the ground on PC and existing consoles, and it was BioWare's mission to get these working first. Personally, I'd love it, he said, but ultimately I think we had a path set and it was like, let's finish that, then let's see sort of where we're at. The Switch has started to really adopt the whole cloud version of games. We saw Hitman 3 drop on cloud, we saw Control drop on cloud. I'm personally not a believer that there's going to be a new Switch, a more powerful Switch later on. They're already selling out on Switches, and so I feel like Nintendo has no reason to do that. Animal Crossing sold over 30 million copies in 1 year. Clearly, their main games, the ones that generate them the most revenue, do not demand that, but really it is about those third parties and how much does that keep Nintendo's system relevant. So I guess we do have to consider that at the end of the day, but I just feel like they'll probably cloud version this, make it stream onto the Switch, and then call it a day. But we'll see in due time. So what about the future of Mass Effect, I ask? Will there be hints in the Legendary Edition, even the odd note left lying around pointing at a future plotline? No, is the short answer. Quote, I think it's easier for the future of the franchise to look back and take from that, end quote, concludes Walter. Then for us to try to set a course for something that needs time to ideate and flourish on its own. I respect this. You know, as much as I would love having a secret ending or something within there that teases what's to come in Mass Effect, and I'm surprised that BioWare actually had the willpower to restrain themselves. We're talking about the company that shows prototypes in all of their trailers, right? They showed Mass Effect, this new chapter, way too early. Dragon Age 4, last time we saw it, it was a prototype. Like, it's just, it's insane, man. So I'm surprised they had the willpower to restrain themselves, in all honesty here, but I do think it's good for the game. I think it's good that they're not committing to something, they're not creating an expectation anywhere. Go quietly make the game, make it as amazing as possible, make it a true RPG, and then we'll see what it's all about. But yeah, I totally respect his vision, and I think it's the smart choice. Are you still with me here? Because we got one more, and then the video can wrap up.
All right,
I want to show you all the
wrap up
collector's
too.
edition for Mass Effect Legendary Edition called the Legendary Cache. It comes with a replica helmet. It comes with a key art metal case. It comes with the acceptance letter for N7, Canis art print, a morality spinner pin. But guess what? It doesn't come with, which I'm really struggling to understand here because it comes with the metal case, the steelbook. It doesn't come with the game. Am I forgetting something here? Like, they want you to buy the $60 game physically, and then they want you to buy Legendary Edition. So it's like a $200 package. It's not $150 like it says here. It's like it's a $220 with tax, shipping, all that shit. So yeah, I kind of might cave and buy this, but I'm a little annoyed that I'm going to buy it. Not twice, but I feel like the game should come with this. That's just my opinion. But that helmet, that's very hard to resist. Anyway, breathe. That is our Mass Effect info blowout. A lot of information, a lot of Mass Effect videos coming, as I'm sure there are plenty more details to be revealed. Game Informer has said that they already are doing a cover reveal and tons of information exclusively throughout the next month or so, which I'm sure will be great for me, because when they did that for the Outer Worlds, I remember there was an issue with Game Informer where you have to like wait a certain amount of time before you can cover stuff from their website. So if I end up taking a couple of days until it's more publicly available, just understand that is why that is the case. But anyway, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I leave it in your hands. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments down below. Other than that, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Those links are indeed in the description down below. And a big thank you to all the patrons, all the members who allow large pieces of content like this.
Yes, thank you, thank you. Ooh, this is... Alright. Peace out. I'm so done.